What's up, SnEaKyNation? SnEaKy here, back with all the news after week number 11 of our San Francisco 49ers franchise, where the 49ers picked up a huge upset over the New England Patriots. Next up, we have the Dolphins, but first, let's check out some week 11 highlights. On 3rd and 20 on the first drive, Jericho Cotchery takes it for a 25-yard gain. That would set up this Steven Gostkowski field goal, and the Patriots would have a 3-0 lead. Later on in the second now, Patriots kicking another field goal. They have a 6-0 lead. The 49ers trying to get back into the game here. And who else would they look to than Carlos Hyde on the screenplay? Has a nice block in front of him there, and he will take it for an 18-yard gain to the 48-yard line. Then on 3rd and 14, Quentin Patton coming up big for the 49ers. He was great on 3rd down in this game. 3rd and 18, again, Quentin Patton stretching out to make the grab, unable to get the first down, but it would set up this Phil Dawson field goal. 6-3 would be the score, but the Patriots would come back out onto the field on 1st and 10. Brady looking to throw, he fumbles the ball, Aaron Lynch forces it, and Tremaine Brock is there to recover. Under 2 minutes to go, the 49ers trying to get points on the board, and Torrey Smith down to the 6-yard line. However, on 3rd and goal, Gabbert forces a throw, and Eric Rowe would get the interception. Nobody would catch the Patriots corner here, and that is going to put the Patriots up 13-3 going into halftime here, and knocked the sail out of the wind for the 49ers. The wind out of the sails, I'm sorry, but they would not be done. Torrey Smith with a nice grab, and that would set up this field goal. 13-6 is going to be the score, but on the ensuing kickoff, Phil Dawson is going to send it to Julian Edelman here, who fields it in the end zone. He will take it up past the 20-yard line, and Jaquiski Tart would force the fumble. Chris Davis there for the recovery, and the 49ers have an opportunity to tie this game, and Quentin Patton going to take it all the way down to the 1-yard line. I thought he got into the end zone. We lost a challenge on the play. It didn't matter. On the very next play, Carlos Hyde would take it in. However, the Patriots would respond with yet another field goal. 16-3 is going to be the score, but Torrey Smith down the left side of the field for 61 yards will give the 49ers a 20-16 lead. And now it is just a game of time. The 49ers would get the ball back, and then on 4th and inches, Carlos Hyde keeping the drive alive. The Patriots are not out of it, though. Plenty of time. The 49ers need to make something happen, and Quentin Patton will make this a 2-possession game. Now, this is a weird call. On 4th and 3, the Patriots decide to kick a field goal and trust their defense. They did get the ball back for their offense here, though. They had 1 timeout left, 1 minute to go. Tom Brady looking for Martellus Bennett. It's tipped into the air by Brock, and Eric Reed would come down with it, and the 49ers would escape with a 27-19 victory, sending the Patriots below 500 on the season. Definitely not where they anticipated being, but now it is time to get ready for the 2-8 Dolphins. Despite a nice win over the Patriots, the 49ers have really struggled against some bad teams this year. We gave the Cardinals their 2nd win of the season, and we are hoping to avoid losing to a Miami Dolphin team here. Blaine Gabbert going to miss the cue there, and then this is tapped away by Jimmy Ward. It'll be 3rd and 10. Gabbert looking on the left side, and he will find Carlos Hyde, who cannot bring in the ball. 4th and 10. Gabbert needs a big play. Pressure on the way, and Smith unable to hold on to the ball there. The defense getting that first succeeded play, I should say. 2nd down and 10. Quentin Patton pushed out of bounds. Going to be 3rd and 6. Gabbert on the left side finding Vance McDonald. Unable to get the first, but it'll be 4th and 3 here. Gabbert on the left side, and McDonald gets his feet down and bounds. That will keep the drive alive. Here is McDonald again down to about the 3-yard line on 2nd and goal. Gabbert looking for the end zone, and he is going down. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 9-yard line. Gabbert again peeking into the end zone on the left side. Quentin Patton breaking some tackles, and he is going to be down on the 1, bringing up 4th and goal, but Torrey Smith would have the touchdown. So it's coming down to this, whether we get a silver or a bronze. On the right side, Vance McDonald getting away from Navarro Bowman there. Going to be 2nd down and 3. Gabbert on the right side finds Vance McDonald. And that would set up a 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. McDonald, again, has been huge on these drives. 2nd down and goal over the middle. And there he is once more. McDonald getting the touchdown. And that would give the defense a bronze medal. Certainly not what we want to see getting ready to go into another game. Our defense has been very inconsistent this season. And we're very much hoping this is not setting us up for another fail. So let's go ahead and get on to the press questions. Which, by the way, you guys have absolutely killed it with these press questions the last few weeks. Thank you very much. First up, we have one from Cameron In. Are you planning on saving your money this offseason, or are you going to be a big spender? And, you know, it really depends on who's available, who would be a good fit for this team. We definitely have to think of the future, too. We're going to have a lot of younger players coming up on contract deals, so we want to make sure we have money to re-sign those players. But if we see a guy that's going to help this team, we'll certainly look into signing him. Next question by Eli Treadway, and I really like this one. At this point in the season, you're seeing a lot of teams who struggled last year playing very well. Does that give you hope for the 49ers' future? It absolutely does. We didn't come into this season really anticipating a whole lot of success. We have a very young NFL roster right now, and it's just going to take time for some of these young players to grow into their own role. But it definitely gives us hope. We do feel like this is a team that can turn the tide pretty quickly, but we have to make the right moves this offseason, which I'm very much hoping you guys are going to help me make those decisions with the offseason stream when we get there. Next up, we have Austin Hubert. I believe I said that right. Did I write it down right? I don't know. It's at the halfway point of the season, and with it being a make or break point, what are you expecting to do with the defense? And you know, there's really not a whole lot of changes we can make with the defense at this point in this season. We're kind of stuck with what we have. I don't think adding a free agent at this point is really going to change the tide one way or another. They wouldn't have familiarity with our scheme and stuff like that. And really, I think it's just going to come down to the growth of the young players. Again, we have a very young team right now, and it's just going to take some time for some of these guys to catch up with the NFL speed. I have a lot of faith in a lot of these younger players. We've seen Armstead and Buckner really step up their game in recent weeks. You know, and if they can continue to do that, that's definitely going to start making more of an impact for us. So really, I think the best thing we can do right now is just hope that some of these young players start to put the pieces together and can elevate this defense to another level. That is going to be it for the press questions, guys. Let's go ahead and check out all the scores from around the NFL. All right, in our first matchup, we have the Saints taking down the Panthers 37-30. The Saints improved to 4-6 on the year. The Panthers falling to 4-6 and losing their grasp more and more each week within the division. Right now, the Falcons are in the lead. The Bucs are right behind them, but we'll have to keep an eye on this because the Panthers were certainly the favorite team coming in here. Laurinaitis, 13 tackles leading the way, 2.5 sacks by Cameron Jordan here. Interceptions, we are going to have 3 Sterling Moore, Luke Kuechly, and Kenny Vaccaro making it happen. No fumbles forced or recovered on the day. Next up, a blowout victory, 37-0. The Steelers are going to get the win. They improved to 6-4 and get much closer to the Cleveland Browns, who fall to 7-4 on the year. And this is an interesting one because the Browns certainly were not anticipated being in the lead at this point in the season, but you know, they're starting to lose more and more games, and the Steelers are starting to find their groove. We have seen their offense destroy teams this year, and their defense is starting to gel more now, as you see with this game here. So, Steelers are certainly looking to take their division back here. The Browns looking to not give it up. 44-38, the Cowboys take over and beat the struggling Ravens. The Cowboys improved to 7-3 on the year. The Ravens falling to 1-9. Now, Joe Flacco greatly struggled earlier in the season, but as of recent weeks, he has been playing much better. It's really been the defense that has let him down in recent weeks here. But the Ravens just sitting at 1-9 is not anywhere close to where they would like to be right now. But look at C.J. Mosley, 16 tackles, a sack, an interception, a fumble forced, and a fumble recovered. A one-man defense over here just wasn't enough to get it done. 31-17, the Lions are going to beat the Jags here. The Lions improving to 8-2 on the year. The Jags falling to 5-5. But look at Blake Bortles, no touchdowns, 5 interceptions on the game. Now, the Jags might not have predicted being in this situation at 5-5. They got to feel okay about that. If nothing else, it certainly could be a lot worse, but Blake Bortles really struggling today. And this is a good Lions team, as you can tell by their record. Sitting at 8-2 right now, you just cannot make mistakes like that. And throwing 5 interceptions is certainly going to sink you. Lawson, Darius Slay each getting 2 interceptions, and then Diggs would get the other one. Fumbles forced, we only have 1 by the Jags. Roy Miller would force it and recover it. 38-21, the Titans take down the Colts here. And this is going to be the Titans improving to 5-6, the Colts falling to 4-6. I feel like the Colts are having more success with Scott Tolzien. I don't really think Andrew Luck had a bad game. He certainly threw for a lot of yards today. It's interesting looking at the stats that the Colts didn't get this win, I feel like. But it was really the running game, I think, that made a big part of the difference anyway. But look at the interceptions here. We have 2 by Vontae Davis, 1 by Mike Adams, and then 1 by Parrish Cox. And then fumbles forced, none happening in this game. Next up, 35-27, the Bills beat the Bengals. The Bills improved to 8-2 to share the best record in the NFL with the Lions. The Bengals fall to 5-4-1. Reggie Bush getting 3 touchdowns. McCoy over 130 yards rushing. The Bills certainly getting it done on the ground today, and that would help them get the victory. Dansby leading the way with 10 tackles, sacks. We have 1 by Atkins, 1 by Brown, 1 by the rookie Shaq Lawson as well. Interceptions, 2, 1 by Sean Williams, 1 by Aaron Williams, and then fumbles forced. We're going to have 3, Dunlap, Dansby, and Darby. None of those fumbles would be recovered, though. Next up, 35-6, the Bucks taking down the Chiefs. The Bucks improved to 6-4, staying within the division there. The Falcons are a game ahead of them right now, or a game and a half, I guess. But the Bucks are certainly in it. Actually, I think it's a game. The Chiefs fall to 6-4 on the year, and this is a tough loss for them. You know, the Bucks are playing much better than I think some people anticipated. You certainly know they have potential to improve, but sitting at 6-4, being above the Panthers is certainly a good situation for them. And again, they're within striking distance of the Falcons as well. So this is still anybody's division there. No interceptions on the day. Fumbles forced, we're going to have a few here. More than a few, really. Smith forcing 1, Johnson, David, Houston, and Martin all forcing a fumble. Smith and David would recover. 38-7, the Giants take down the Bears. The Giants improving to 6-4 on the year. The Bears falling to 3-7. Vereen, 87 yards on the ground to go with the touchdown. Jennings added a touchdown as well. Victor Cruz, though, 11 catches, 119 yards, and a touchdown for him. The rookie Shepard has been phenomenal as well all season long. Trevathan leading the way with 10 tackles, sacks, 2 by Okwara. Did I say that correctly? I apologize if I didn't. Please tell me so I can correct myself next time. But he had 2 sacks on the day. No interceptions going down. Fumbles forced, nothing happening there either. 26-21, the Vikings take down the Cardinals, still struggling. The Vikings improved to 7-3. The Cardinals fall to 2-8 on the year. This is unbelievable. The Cardinals certainly did not anticipate being in this position right now. And I don't know what's going wrong with them. They certainly looked very good against us the last time we played them, but they are just not getting it done right now. 2 sacks by Griffin, 1 by Chandler Jones. He has been a very good pickup for them and has been playing well. Sendejo is going to have the interception on the day, and no fumbles forced to recover. 21-14, the Rams take down the Dolphins. The Rams improved to 7-3 on the year and continue to control the NFC West. The Dolphins falling to 2-8. Jared Goff, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions for him. The Dolphins just really struggling to do anything through the air in today's game. I mean, it was bad. Look at this. Look at this. Their top receiver had 13, I don't even know what happened. 3 catch, I don't know. That was just a bad showing by the Dolphins and kind of explains why they're sitting at 2-8 right now. If anybody needs the number 1 pick right now, it's looking like the Dolphins based on today's game. I don't know. 30-20, the Seahawks are going to take down the Eagles. The Seahawks improved to 5-5 on the season. The Eagles falling to 2-8. And again, you know, right now the Rams are controlling that division. The Seahawks are a few games behind them, not to talk about the tiebreakers or anything. So it's certainly an uphill battle. The season's winding out, but the Seahawks are not out of it yet. They are capable of turning things on in the second half of the season. We've seen them do it before. They're certainly capable of doing it again, so I wouldn't rule them out yet. They did get the win today. The Eagles continuing to struggle, though, at 2-8 with their young quarterback. 26-21, the Packers get the victory. They improved to 7-3. The Redskins fall to 3-7 on the year. Eddie Lacy, 67 yards and a touchdown for him. Receiving, Randall Cobb, 9 catches, 9 for Devontae Adams as well, over 100 yards and a touchdown for him, too. Defensively, sacks. We have 2 by Carl Bradford, 1 by Red Bryant, 1 by Chris Baker. Josh Norman with the only interception on the day. He'd also force a fumble and recover it. Bradford would force and recover one as well. Last game, we have the Raiders taking on the Texans, 28-7. The Raiders improved to 5-5. The Texans fall to 4-6. Derek Carr, a great game, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions for him. He struggled a bit in recent weeks, so it's nice to see him getting his act back together here. He would connect with Jones for 2 touchdowns on the day. Everybody that got a touchdown, not a whole lot of catches. Cushing would lead the way in tackles, and then 3 sacks for Khalil Mack, the sack attack. 1 interception by Bruce Irving. And then we have the fumbles, nothing happening in today's game. The players of the week, Russell Wilson, 34, 296 yards, 3 passing touchdowns for him. Josh Norman, 8 tackles, 1 interception, a fumble forced, fumble recovered, and a touchdown. CJ Mosley, 16 tackles, a sack, an interception, fumble forced, and fumbled recovered. And then Derek Carr, 19-23, 194 yards. Not a whole lot of yards, but he did throw for 4 touchdowns as well. As we get to scouting, we're looking at a few defensive tackles early on. Monty Franklin out of Oklahoma might be a guy worth keeping an eye on. Probably not a guy that will take. Gabriel Rucci here, a late first-round pick as well, defensive tackle, a nose tackle actually, which is what we need out of Oklahoma. Not really feeling it. Then we have Lewis Urshel here out of USC. This guy might be somebody worth keeping an eye on in the second round, though. Jalen Staten, mid-4th round selection. We were looking for nose tackles here, but he just doesn't look like he is going to pan out there. At tight end, Zachary Otto, though, out of Wisconsin. And Wisconsin, just so many guys here. Late second-round pick, but with first-round talent. That is something to keep an eye on there. Next up, we have the 2-8 Miami Dolphins. Ryan Tannehill is going to be at quarterback, and we just saw this team struggle greatly last week. They are missing Arian Foster. Rodgers will be getting the start at running back. But this is a team that was... I mean, I don't think they have the best offense, but I think their offense certainly should at least be better than what we saw them do last week. I'm hoping the 49ers defense can step up again. We have seen the 49ers defense look really good one week and then play a bad team the next week and look awful. So it's really going to depend on which 49ers defense shows up. But this is certainly a winnable game. And the 49ers are starting to turn things around. They've been a little bit better in recent weeks. So they are hoping to get a victory today. But Dolphins certainly going to be without at least a few players in today's game. Kiko Alonso going to be at middle linebacker there. Jenkins at right outside linebacker. At cornerback, Byron Maxwell, a guy certainly worth keeping an eye on. He's got great size, but hasn't really lived up to the expectations. Chris Culliver, the former 49er there as well, but Rashad Jones is certainly going to be the key to this secondary for the Miami Dolphins in terms of making big-time plays. Let's go ahead and check out their injuries as well. And again, we saw that Arian Foster's out. Kenny Stills being out is certainly a big blow. Jordan Cameron. So they are missing some key guys on offense that could at least explain it a little bit. But they got to play better than last week if they would like to get a victory. They are going to be at home. It's going to be an interesting game. The 4-6 49ers taking on the 2-8 Dolphins. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Later.